They say you have to kiss a few frogs before you find your prince, but no one ever warns you some frogs come with knives and a kill list. The first time I met Chris, he looked like someone you could fall asleep next to and wake up feeling safe. Now, I'm waking up and nothing feels safe, not the air, not the smell, and definitely not the silence. My eyes flutter open, but I instantly regret it. There's a pounding in my skull, like someone's drilling behind my eyes. The ceiling above me is wooden, rough and splintered. It's not my ceiling. I blink. Once. Twice. Still not mine. I jerk upright, too fast. My stomach churns. The room spins before leveling out just enough for me to realize I'm in a bed I don't recognize, in clothes I don't remember putting on, surrounded by furniture that looks like it hasn't been touched in years. I don't scream. Not yet. The first thought isn't even panic, it's confusion. A hazy memory of red wine, a rooftop bar, his laugh. Chris. Tinder. Last night. Then blackness. My phone. I pat my jeans. Empty. Frantically check the blanket folds, the nightstand. Nothing. My purse? Gone. I swing my legs off the bed, slow, cautious. The floorboards creak beneath me. My shoes are missing. My socks are mismatched. Something in me snaps from questioning to calculating. There's a door. I open it. It leads to a hallway, narrow and dim. The scent of pine and mildew hits like a slap. I creep forward, passing a dusty mirror. My reflection startles me, face pale, lips dry, eyes hollowed out like I've been running in my sleep. I keep moving. The house is a cabin. Old. Isolated. Wooden walls. Cracked windows half covered with boards. The only sound is my own breathing and the occasional pop of wood shifting with the breeze. A kitchen. No cell phone. A landline, mounted to the wall. Thank God. I rush toward it, snatch the receiver off the hook, only static. No dial tone. I grip the cord and yank. Nothing. Behind me, a door creaks open. My heart hammers. I spin around, fists clenched. Chris steps inside like he owns the place. No, like he's lived here his entire life. Same clean-shaven face, same white teeth, same charming smile, but everything about him feels wrong now. Too clean. Too calm. Hey, you're up, he says casually, as if we've just rolled out of a hotel room after a drunken night. Where the hell am I? He lifts his hands in a mock gesture of peace. Whoa, relax. You passed out. You weren't feeling great at the bar, remember? I didn't want to leave you alone, so I brought you here. You brought me to. Where? My family's cabin, he says, glancing around like it's supposed to reassure me. Few hours outside the city. No signal up here, but it's quiet. You needed the rest. That's insane, I whisper. You had too much wine, he says. I was trying to be responsible. You drugged me. He blinks. A slow, practiced kind of blink. Now, why would I do that? My throat tightens. I want to scream. But something in his posture warns me, don't. Not yet. Instead, I take a slow breath. Look, I don't remember much. Can you at least take me back? Tomorrow, he says easily. The road's rough right now. Storm passed through last night, branches everywhere. But you'll be fine. You're safe here. Safe. The word tastes like rust in my mouth. I nod like I believe him. I don't. He turns, heads toward a door on the left, pauses. If you need anything, just ask. There's soup in the kitchen. Get some rest. Then he disappears. I count to 10. 20. 30. The house remains quiet. I search. Drawers. Cabinets. Behind the couch. In a wooden chest near the fireplace, I find a hunting knife, but it's missing the blade. Just the sheath. Damn. Then something catches my eye. A journal? Leather-bound. Stuffed into the back of a drawer in the hallway. I take it into the kitchen and open it slowly, flipping past pages of neat cursive. At first it reads like poetry. Lonely man, searching for connection. Then it spirals, tracking habits, describing women's routines, emotional manipulation techniques. He ranks them. Scores them. There are photos. Polaroids. Some are dated. My hands shake. Some of the women. They're smiling. Others aren't. I shove the journal back, too nauseated to keep reading. I need to get out. The back door is locked with a bolt from the inside, but it's rusted. I grab a knife from the kitchen drawer. It's dull but better than nothing. I wedge it under the bolt, push until it groans, almost gives, then, footsteps. Shit. I turn, just as Chris appears in the hallway again. His smile is thinner now. Less amusement. More calculation. You okay? He asks. I need air, I say. Just for a second. He looks at the door. Yeah, this one's a little jammed. Front porch has a bench though. You can sit there. I nod. Move slowly. Every step feels like I'm walking on the edge of a blade. On the porch, I spot it. A mounted phone line snaking along the outer wall. It leads back into the cabin. I follow it. Maybe it's connected to a second line, something. Around the side of the cabin is a utility shed. Locked. No windows. A vent near the top. I crouch down near the wall where the line enters and see another junction box. It's been cut. Cleanly. This wasn't some fluke. He disabled it. I stand, winded. My brain screams at me to do something, anything, but I'm running out of options. I head back inside. He's waiting in the living room, sipping coffee like this is a romantic getaway. You hungry? He asks. I shake my head. You should eat. You need strength. Where's my phone? He pauses, sips again. Charging. Can I use it? He shrugs. Tomorrow? Like I said. I nod. Sit. Wait. The storm outside is picking up. Rain starts tapping the roof. He excuses himself, heads to the back room again. I wait exactly 20 seconds, then dart to the mounted landline and lift the receiver one more time. Nothing. I tap the hook a few times, praying. And then, click. A faint dial tone. I don't think. I punch 911. It rings once, twice. 911, what is your emergency? I choke on a breath. Help. The line goes dead. I stare at it, stunned. He cut the line again. And now he knows. Behind me, a slow clap echoes. I turn. Chris stands in the hallway. No more pretending. Well, he says, that was rude. My stomach flips. I look around for something to throw, to grab. He doesn't lunge. Doesn't yell. Just smiles. Then he walks to the far door, the one he always goes into. He unlocks it. The hinges creak open. Inside, the light flickers. I step forward, barely breathing. There's a mattress on the floor. A figure curled up, face hidden under tangled hair. She shifts. A woman? Chris glances over his shoulder. Ava, meet Emily. My body turns to ice. He doesn't need to say more. She's not a guest. She's not free. She was here before me. And I am not the first. Emily blinks slowly, like she's waking from a coma. Her skin is pale, almost translucent in the low light. Her lips are chapped. Eyes sunken. I take a step closer. She flinches. Chris just watches us, hands clasped behind his back like he's proud of his work. She's shy, he says, grinning. Emily's voice is a hoarse whisper. Don't say anything. Chris chuckles. She's a little paranoid. Thinks I'm going to hurt her. I told her the same thing I told you, Ava, I just want connection. Real connection. I look at Emily. Her expression says everything. Don't fight. Don't challenge him. Not yet. I nod slightly. Just once. I get it. He closes the door behind her. Locks it. What is this? I ask, my voice steady even though my spine feels like it's going to snap from the tension. I've been honest. You passed out. I brought you here. Now you're safe. You're holding someone in a locked room. She wants to be here, he says. You will too. In time. His tone's so casual it makes my skin crawl. I pretend to be calm. So, what? We just stay here forever? He smiles wider. Not forever. Just long enough for you to understand. I sit down on the threadbare couch before my legs give out. He brings me soup in a chipped ceramic bowl. Chicken noodle. Hot. Smells like something from a can. I eat it because I need the energy. He watches me eat every bite. That night, I lie on the mattress in the back room. The door's not locked, but there's a wooden wedge jammed under the handle from the outside. I'm not going anywhere. I can hear Emily breathing through the wall. Slow, steady. She's still alive. I don't sleep. I lie awake for hours, planning. Rehearsing. In the morning, he unlocks the door, greets me like we're roommates. I nod, keep my head down, accept the bowl of oatmeal. You'll be happy to know, he says over breakfast, I've got another date tomorrow. Gotta keep looking. Some people just aren't what they seem online. My jaw tightens. He leans forward. But you. You're different. I can feel it. Lucky me, I mutter. He laughs. Exactly. Later, he's in the shed outside. I hear him banging something metal around. That's my window. I go to Emily's room and knock. A faint, yeah. I push the door open. She's sitting on the edge of the mattress, bruised, but alert. We don't have much time, I whisper. She nods. I know. How long have you been here? She hesitates. 6 days. Maybe more. He drugs the food sometimes. Why hasn't he? Why are you still alive? He's testing me, she says flatly. Seeing if I'll be worthy. That's what he says. It's not about sex. It's power. Obedience. Loyalty. I shiver. Have you tried escaping? She lifts her sleeve, angry red welts run across her wrist. He caught me trying to saw through the window frame. This place is wired with motion sensors. I thought I got away with it. I glance at the far corner. There's a camera there. I know. I play dumb. We need to do more than play. She smiles grimly. You have a plan? Sort of. That night, we hear him talking on the phone in the living room. He doesn't know I'm listening from the crack in the hallway. Yeah, she's perfect. You'll meet her soon, he says. A pause. No, Ava. The new one's just insurance. Another pause. Then laughter. Don't worry. She'll break soon. I nearly vomit. He's already planning for someone after me. I return to Emily and tell her everything. We have one shot, I say. He leaves tomorrow. He thinks we're broken. That's our edge. She doesn't speak for a long time. Then, what's the plan? By dawn, we're ready. Emily pretends to collapse during breakfast, clutching her stomach, writhing on the floor. I scream, something's wrong. Chris rushes in, grabbing her shoulder. She's gone limp. I drop to my knees beside them. Help her? I shout. He turns her over, and as he does, I see it, the keyring clipped to his belt. I lunge. My fingers close around the ring. I yank it free and stuff it down the back of my pants just as he starts chest compressions. She needs water, I say. She's fine, he growls. But his voice is unsure. Emily groans. Perfectly timed. He carries her to her room, muttering under his breath. You girls are exhausting. As soon as he steps outside, I grab the keys and unlock the kitchen door. Emily joins me. She's pale but standing. We raid the cupboards, crackers, jerky, water bottles. A knife. A burner phone, stashed in the upper cabinet. I stare at it like it's gold. It's got 1 bar of battery. I open it. No signal. Emily's already trying the back door. The lock opens with a painful click. We freeze. No alarm. We step outside. Rain has turned the dirt into muck. The forest is dense. Trees lean like they're trying to whisper secrets. We bolt into the woods. We've been running for maybe 15 minutes when we hear it. The crunch of boots behind us. Emily stumbles. I grab her arm, haul her up. Chris's voice echoes behind us. Ava. Don't do this. We run faster. Branches slap my face. My lungs burn. Emily wheezes beside me. Then she screams. I spin. She's on the ground, convulsing. What? I can't. He gave me something, she gasps, in the oatmeal. My legs. I drop beside her. Her eyes are rolling. He's getting closer. I have to move. I have to. She grips my wrist. Go. Please. Don't let him win. I want to argue. But I can't carry her. I take off, heart shattering. I don't make it far. My foot catches something buried. A loop of wire tightens around my ankle. I'm yanked upward. The world flips. I'm hanging upside down, rope biting into my skin, blood rushing to my face. Chris steps into view, limping, a gash on his temple. He doesn't speak. He just looks at me like he's disappointed. Then he walks away. Leaves me dangling. The blood rushes to my head. My ears throb. The forest blurs in waves. I twist and flail, trying to get a grip on the rope, on anything. But there's no leverage. Just leaves, wind, and the crushing realization that I walked into every trap he set. The trees spin above me. My arms are numb. I breathe hard, fast, shallow. If I pass out up here, I won't wake up. Chris is gone. Vanished back into the woods, or maybe back to the cabin to prepare for round 2, another girl, another lie, another trap. I can't die like this. I bend at the waist and try to reach the snare line tied around my ankle. My fingers scrape the cord, barely touching it. I swing, kicking, twisting. The movement sets the rope creaking. It tightens. I scream in frustration and pain. The sound doesn't echo, it dies somewhere in the damp leaves. Emily's face flashes in my head. Her limp body on the forest floor. Her hand letting go of mine. No. I won't be another ghost in this woods. I won't end up as one of his Polaroids. I dig into the back waistband of my jeans. My fingers close around the piece of metal I hid, Emily's nail file. It's dull and small, but I twist and scrape at the cord with everything I have. One strand snaps. Another. Sweat rolls into my eyes, stinging. A third strand breaks. Then the rest give all at once. I crash to the ground, landing hard on my shoulder. Pain screams through my side. I roll, gasping, face pressed into dirt and wet leaves. But I'm free. I crawl for the first 10 yards, hand over hand, until I can force my legs to obey again. Every movement aches. But I move. I don't go back for Emily. Not yet. I know Chris. If he's letting me live right now, it's because he wants to see what I'll do next. I cut through the trees at a diagonal. I circle wide, avoiding the trail we ran through before. I double back, using the creek as cover. Cold water soaks my shoes. I don't care. I'm going back to the cabin. If I'm going to stop this, it has to end there. It takes almost an hour. I approach from the back ridge, crouched low, silent. The shed is locked. The front porch empty. Through the window, I see Chris inside, drinking coffee like he's just come back from chopping wood. His back is turned. I slip inside the unlocked side door and move through the kitchen. The burner phone is gone. But I know what I need. Chris has a drawer in the hall. He always opens it when he checks the security cameras. I slide it open, find a second phone, some SD cards, and a flash drive. I pocket everything. I move to the storage room. The smell of bleach is strong. A tarp is laid out on the floor. He's preparing to dispose of someone. I spot my phone in a tray. I grab it, power it up, 5% battery. No service. Of course. I pocket it anyway. Then I hear him. You came back. Chris stands at the end of the hallway, arms folded. Calm. Impressed. I was hoping you would, he says. I'm not like the others, I say, matching his tone. Isn't that what you said? He tilts his head. You're different. But you still ran. I inch backward toward the front door. I came back, I remind him. His eyes flicker. You're smarter than I thought. You should let me go. He laughs once. I don't let anyone go. He lunges. I bolt into the living room. He grabs my arm. I spin, using the knife I took from the kitchen. The blade grazes his side. He roars in pain and tackles me. We crash into the coffee table. I kick wildly, connecting with his knee. He howls and punches the floor beside my head. I roll away and sprint for the front door. He grabs my ankle again. I fall face first, but kick back hard. He grunts and releases me. I fumble with the lock, deadbolt, turn, open, sunlight. I burst out onto the porch, lungs heaving, blood in my mouth. I don't look back. I run until I reach the utility shed. It's still locked, but I remember the keys. I had them before. I dropped them in the forest. But Chris has a spare. Always on him. I sprint back around the side of the house. He's crawling through the living room, bleeding, furious. I charge him. I'm not thinking anymore. Just acting. We collide at the doorway. He swings at me. I duck. Slam the door on his hand. He screams. I rip the keys from his belt while he's distracted. Then I run again. Back to the shed. It opens with a rusty screech. Inside, tools. Gasoline. Spare phones. Photos. So many photos. I see Julia. My roommate. Dead in the eyes. I see Emily. Before. I see another girl, laughing, blonde. I flip the photo over, Clara, May 4th. Dates. Notes. Scores. He ranked them all. I grab everything I can. I call 911 from one of the working phones. Please, I beg. Cabin outside Bellwood Creek. A man is keeping women here. One's injured. Please hurry. They take the coordinates. They're dispatching. I don't wait. I head back into the woods, this time toward where I left Emily. My legs are jelly. My ribs ache. But I find her. She's still breathing. I carry her the best I can. Half drag, half support. We reach the edge of the woods near the main trail. Then, sirens. Red and blue lights split the trees. Officers swarm in. I collapse. Later, in the hospital, I give them everything, the flash drive, the photos, the notebook, the camera feeds. Chris is arrested. They find a second cabin site hours later with evidence of more victims. Emily survives. So do I, but not the same way. 2 weeks after, I sit with the lead detective. We traced the burner phone's records, she says. He'd been watching you for months before the date. I nod slowly. How long? Almost a year. Different fake profiles. Messages you ignored. He wasn't random. I sit there, frozen. I thought I swiped right. But he chose me long before I ever knew his name. It's been 3 days since I left the hospital, and I still haven't slept a full night. Even with the windows locked. Even with the phone right next to me. Even with a guard posted outside my apartment building. I keep thinking I'll hear that creaking floorboard. The one outside my door in the cabin. The one that let me know Chris was coming. The one that always came too late. Detective Lang calls again. She wants me to come down, walk through the evidence one more time. As if it might change something. As if there's more truth to scrape off the surface. I go, even though everything in me wants to vanish. The evidence room is cold. Sterile. There's a table laid out like an autopsy for a life I almost lost. Flash drives. Burner phones. Journals. Photos. So many photos. Lang pulls out a binder. Thick. Labeled victims, unconfirmed. We've got 15 IDs so far, she says. 9 confirmed deceased. 3 survivors including you. 3 still missing. She pauses. We traced a set of deliveries to a warehouse 2 hours from the cabin. Locked storage unit. No heat. Inside was, stop, I say. She does. That night, I dream about the trap. Only this time, when the rope pulls tight, I'm not alone. The forest is full of women, dangling. Twisting. Silent. And Chris walks beneath them, looking up, deciding who's next. A week later, the trial begins. I'm not the first to testify. Emily goes before me. She walks slowly, but she walks. Her bruises have faded. Her voice doesn't shake. She stares Chris down like he's already forgotten. I admire her for that. My turn comes. I take the stand, hands trembling. Chris sits behind his lawyers. Clean cut. Suit and tie. He watches me with those same eyes. The ones that stared across the bar that night. Calm. Calculating. Like he's waiting for me to mess up. Like he still thinks he'll walk free. I tell them everything. From the wine to the woods to the snare trap in the trees. I recount it all in cold detail. No tears. No shaking voice. Just facts. Let the jury cry. Let them imagine it. When the verdict comes, the courtroom is silent. Guilty on all counts. Sentenced to 5 consecutive life sentences. He doesn't blink. 1 month later. I'm walking home from the coffee shop, half listening to a true crime podcast like a masochist, when my phone buzzes. Unknown number. Normally I wouldn't answer. But something inside me says to. Hello. Static. Then breathing. Ava? My stomach knots. Chris is in prison. He's locked up. He can't, I'm sorry. I'm Detective Lang, a woman's voice says. That wasn't supposed to happen. Someone spoofed the caller ID. What? She exhales. We think someone's trying to copy him. Another investigation opens. Another set of victims turns up. This time, someone's imitating Chris. Different method. Same manipulation. Dating apps. Isolation. Control. A copycat. Lang calls it the disciples. They think he's some kind of prophet, she says. They're creating forums. Sharing methods. It's spreading. I can't breathe. It's not over. I delete the apps. Burn the profiles. Get a new number. Change apartments. I try to disappear. But part of me knows better. There's no going back to normal. Not really. Some nights, I hear the chime of a new match in my dreams. And I remember Chris's last words before the jury took him away, "You're different. That's why I chose you." And maybe I was. Different enough to survive. But not different enough to forget. They say you have to kiss a few frogs before you find your prince, but no one ever warns you some frogs come with knives and a kill list. Alright. What are your thoughts on this story? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.